Hope you're enjoying your snow day. This is one more way to solve a system. It's our last lesson of the chapter. So this is a system of equations right here on the left, and here is a matrix representation of that system. So the first matrix A is the coefficient matrix. So in this case, the coefficient matrix A, capital letter because it's a matrix, is going to be 3, -1, 2, 3. The next x is considered the variable matrix, and so in this case x would be equal to x and y. And B is the constant matrix. Writing with my finger here, that's why it looks a little funny. So B is the constant matrix. Okay, so with this representation, how do we solve a simple equation like this? Well, because it's matrices, it's not so simple to solve. In fact, we can't divide by matrix A because we can't divide by a matrix. But we can do this. It's kind of a sneaky little move we're going to do. Is I'm going to take the inverse of, I'm going to multiply by the inverse on that side, and multiply by the inverse on this side. Notice I'm keeping the order the same. And you may remember what this does. So when we have an inverse of a matrix times the original matrix, that always equals the identity matrix. So we have I times x, which equals the inverse of A times B. And the identity matrix times any matrix is just that matrix. It's kind of like multiplying by 1. So we get x equals the inverse of A times B. That is actually the name of our method. So we're going to use the inverse of A times B method. And this method is almost all just a calculator done by the calculator. So let's get the calculator out, and we're going to type in the inverse of A times B. So let me get this ready here. Bring this over so we can see it. And I'm going to insert a calculator page and type in the inverse of A. So to type in the inverse of A, I'm going to hit the button next to 9 and go to the customizable matrix there. And I want to get a 2 by 2. So I'm going to click to a 2 by 2. Matrix A is a 2 by 2. I'm going to type in 3. I like to hit tab, -1, tab, 2, and 3. And to get the inverse of matrix A on the calculator, all you do is put it to the power of -1. And when you do that, it knows that you want to find the inverse of that. So inverse of A times matrix B. Matrix B is going to be, let's see, a 2 by 1 matrix. So if you get your matrix template tool out, you can just go to this one if you prefer. And that's 7 and 1. So then we just press enter, and we get our answer. Our answer is in the form of x here, x, y. So x is equal to 2, and y is equal to -1. The cool thing about this method is it works no matter how big the matrix is. So if we have a 3 by 3, we're going to use the same method. It's just the inverse of A times B. A is the coefficient matrix. So you take the inverse of the coefficient matrix times the constant matrix, you will get the variable matrix. And it's a very easy method to use. It's a calculator method. You will be able to use your calculator on the test for this, and you will need to show some work. I would just write down inverse of A times B. In this case, you'd write the inverse of this matrix times this one on your paper, and then you type in your calculator and get your answer. That is the lesson. It's a very easy lesson for you to learn. And I'm going to stop it at that. Hope you enjoy the rest of your snow day. Please do your homework on this lesson so you're ready for the review the next time I see you. Thank you.